Hey, 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 I hope you guys are having an awesome day. I am going to take a quick moment to actually walk you through your Beachbody On Demand access. I know that some of you have already done so, but I wanted to review that just so for those that may have been struggling to access it or just forgot or don't realize the resources they have in their fingertips. And so I wanted to review that very quickly so that you can see all the resources that are under you, under the all access pass, and so that you can utilize it the best way you can to get the best results. So I'm going to go right into this. I'm going to be sharing my screen so that you can see where to access your videos. See. All right. So we're on teambeachbody.com, okay? www.teambeachbody.com. This is where you're going to access your account. You have to log in first, sign in, and you're going to be going to the Beachbody On Demand right here on the left, on the orange lettering or up here. Once you log on, click onto that, it should open up your account. You may have to sign in. Once you sign into your account, you're going to go into your workout library. Yes, it is a full library of every single workout that Beachbody has created in its whole creation in the last 8-9 years that it started since P90X Insanity and until now, and anything that comes out in the next year. So once you get in here, this is the online, like when you're on the laptop version, okay? There's access to it on the cell phone, on your iPad. You can get the app. There's an app to it as well, and I'll show you guys quickly on that. But again, let's go to the workouts, because before, when you purchased a program, you literally only had that one program under purchased. Although I've purchased, I've purchased a few of these workouts. Now it's going to show you every workout, whether you purchased it or not individually, okay? So that's kind of like the perk of the all access pass, okay? Right now, I'm starting the hammer and chisel. So I just finished 22-minute hardcore. I'm starting now with hammer and chisel. What is great is you're going to be getting everything that you would have gotten in the mail. Again, when I got this, I got the DVD version, but this is all available digitally now. The book, the meal plan, the quick start, the workout calendar, everything. So you go to workout calendar. That's your very first step, because you want to be able to print this out so you can follow it to the T, because this is where your results come, guys. It is following the schedule. Not just like, oh, today I'm going to do chisel balance, and then the next day I'm going to do chisel cardio because that's what I feel like doing. No, the results come from following the plan, because these are personal trainers. These are personal trainers that have scientifically proven each of these workouts and working out each part of your body in the order that it is. So please print out this calendar and have it accessible to you when you go to work out. Again, if you have it on the phone, you can just click on it first before you figure out which workout it is, to decide which workout you're going to be doing on depending on what day it is. So today's Tuesday. I'm going to be doing hammer plyometrics because it's week 1. Again, follow the plan, guys. This it's there for a reason, because there is proof that if you follow it the way it should be, you will get results. The next thing you want to do is go to your program and nutrition guide. This is the book that comes in the mail, but you have it available digitally as well. Saves paper, right? You can go to the index or the table of contents and figure out where everything is. And you want to go to your the container calorie charts food lists. That's the chapter 2, okay? And I mean, you should be studying this whole book at least the first week, and really figure out what the plan is, how the meal plan is broken down, because although most of these programs use the 21-day fix containers, each program varies a little bit on how the meal plan is followed, because they're meant to based on what you want to achieve. So the hammer and chisel is really about toning your body. It increases weight, and it's about toning. And so the nutrition plan is going to be a little bit different than just the 21-day fix. Maybe a little bit more stricter depending on which plan you decide to go with. Okay, so you want to follow right here, you want to do the calculation first. So as you can see, it has your the master and hammer, right? The calculation to figure out which category you fall under. So what plan, okay? So you're between plan A all the way down to plan H. Yes, you people, there are people that are on 4,000 calories almost per day, and those are like the bodybuilders that are working to really increase their muscle. And then, you know, this book actually has a calendar in there as well. And then you want to go down to your measurements, guys. Don't forget this step, because in order to figure out how you've progressed, you have to look back as to where you started. And so you have to go back to day one. Day one, you want to take that before picture. Day one, you want to take your before weight. You want to take your measurements, because trust me, on day 30 and then day 60, you will see a difference. No matter how imperfect you are in the journey, if you are consistent, even if it's 3 to 4 days a week, you will see progress. And it's awesome to see that. Like I shared in our group, and what I've done in the last 8 weeks, to know that I've progressed, even if it's a little bit, it's something that will keep me motivated to keep going. So if you don't do this, you're not going to have any motivation halfway through. You're not going to realize, like, you know, how far you've gone, even though it doesn't feel like it. Okay, so you want to do this tally sheet. You can print it out, or just write it on a piece of paper, write it in a notebook, have it somewhere so that you can reference it. Then you want to go down to the containers. Again, it's like the 21-day fix. It's going to be broken down again. Tells you what the plan for each plan, how many containers fall under each plan. So plan A, plan B, right? And how many containers you're going to have. So you want to keep that on record somewhere so that you can reference it easily. I've taped it on my refrigerator. I've taped it on my pantry door so that I know how many foods I need to have in each of my food categories, okay? And then you can print the tally sheets. I'll show you quickly. Hopefully I have a moment to show you where you can actually print these tally sheets as well. And then it's going to go down to the same thing, like 21-day fix, what each of the containers are, and what each of the food groups should be in those containers. You know, and as a little cheat sheet type of thing, the veggies, or like, let's give the example for the vegetables here, the items that are on the top of the list are the best options for the green container. So, and then it goes all the way down to the bottom to like the least, you know, important one. And although like with this one, it has onions in the bottom, you know, I consider onions more of a condiment, but they count it as a veggie. So you still want to measure it, but it's not nutritionally, you know, nutritional value is not as high as kale, watercress, collard greens, spinach, Brussels sprouts. So it's good to know which ones have the higher nutritional content so that you can kind of plan out your meals that way. Okay, and it goes through the each of the meals, and then you have little bonus, because then you get a few recipes at the end to kind of get you started. You know, they have different options. They have dinners, they have breakfast items. So it's pretty cool that you could, you know, it gives you something to start off. Okay, so once you've gone and studied this book, okay, so you want to look at the calendar, you want to look at your nutritional book, okay, then you can go and press play and start playing, doing your workouts. Okay, so this is in English and Spanish, so my Spanish speaking people, you know, you have this available in Spanish as well. And what's pretty cool is that this program specifically has it broken down to, you have the option that you can do the 60-day workout calendar, which includes the hammer and the chisel combination, or if you'd like, you can just do the hammer workout calendar. And it's pretty cool. This is actually new. This didn't come, my package didn't come with this. So you have the option of just doing the hammer, and it's a 4-week plan. So if you want to just break it down to 30 days. So the hammer is all about building muscle, and the chisel is about toning. And so, you know, depending, you know, it's based on your goals. Again, if you wanna tone down and you don't want to really bulk up, you know, for the men, I like the combination because I really feel that, you know, doing even heavy muscle, it really helps you burn a lot more fat than just doing cardio. So I am doing the 60-day program, but you have that option. So that's pretty cool, right? So the other thing is that you can go, let's go back to the member library. And here in the member library, again, you have a choice. You can go by program, but for a lot of those that don't know these programs, if you're just starting, you may not know what each of these programs involve, right? So you have the option. Let's see, actually, I don't see it here on this one. You can have the option by type. So you can, let's go by type of workout. So let's say you don't know what type of workout you want, each of these programs include. So let's say you're looking for something that's less than 30 minutes. You have the option of clicking on here and it has all the workouts that are under 30 minutes. If you want to muscle build, there are all the workouts that are under muscle building. Okay. If you want to do dancing, you know, again, they're all set up into categories. So let's click onto the less than 30 minutes. These workouts, again, are all the workouts that are under 30 minutes. And I mean, there's so many options, even the old school workouts, right? I can't believe it. You can see Tony Horton in his old, classic workouts. And so all of these are available under 30 minutes. So there's no excuse to not work out. There's options for all those people, even the ones that are limited on time to do their workout. All right, so let me stop sharing here. And then the last piece, again, this is all digital. So it's kind of new for a lot of people. Most people are used to the DVDs. But like we know, everything's going digital now. You know, Amazon Prime, Netflix, everything's going digital, right? There's no more having to walk to get something, right? Everything's so much easier. So everything, because it is digital, we now have the app on our phone. Okay, you can download it on your iPad. So if you want to have a bigger screen, I've taken my phone to the gym, so it's a lot smaller. I don't have to take up too much space, but you can take your iPad to the gym as well. Find a little nice quiet space to work out and do these workouts at the gym if you don't have the equipment, depending on which workout program you're following, okay? So Beachbody On Demand is the app, and so it's gonna look very similar to what I just showed you, okay? Sorry, that's the wrong one. Beachbody On Demand. There we go. That's the one. So once you click on that, it might have to log on. Let me see if it'll. Should have had it set up, but once you log on, it's going to look very similar to what you just looked at online, okay? So you can click onto the program. Find the hammer and chisel, maybe not. All right, let's do 20 up in the fix. Once you go into 21-day fix, all the options, and it's white, and right now you can't really see it, but you can see that the here is the meal plan, the calendar, it's all on the bottom. Okay, so you have the same option to click on that, and then you can click onto the workout. So you can access that as well on the phone, iPad. If you want to stream it at home, you can do it through Chromecast. Apple TV, I believe, has that. Pretty much anywhere you have internet, if you have a smart TV as well, you can do that as well. So you have so many options in regards to accessing your workouts and really doing it anywhere you go, because even when you're on vacation, when I was on vacation, I was able to do my workout, just stream it on my phone and go to the gym and use the weights at the gym. So I just wanted to show you quickly how to access that and how to use it and take full advantage of it. You know, for me, I'm going to be going from program to program. I ain't going to be sticking to one program because I really want to get real results, and I get bored easily now. And so I went from, like, the last 5 months, I went from going the 21-day fix, core de force, 22-minute hardcore, and now I'm doing hammer and chisel. There is no other place you have access to all these workouts. Is literally better than having a personal trainer. And it's dirt cheap because I upgraded for $69, right? And I have access to every single one of these workouts for the full year. So there's no longer I have to be buying them individually, which for me is a blessing. Even for me, that works. You know what I mean? I can afford paying. I could probably buy all the programs, right, individually, but that's expensive. And now I have access to every single one, and I have the option to go from one program to the next, whatever I choose, whatever I feel like doing. Maybe I don't want to do the hammer and chisel anymore. I can do pile, you know, a little Pilates and yoga, right? You have the option to do any of those programs. So I want you to take full advantage of it, guys. You have so many resources available to you now, and there's really no excuse to not work out. There's no excuse to do those things that you need to do because you have the tools. Okay, so I hope you guys take full advantage. I hope this helps, and I hope you guys have an awesome day.